The stone. Oh. Khalil, no. Gal Gadot versus Nazis. King Von once said, and gun violence. Oh my lordy. All right, I gotta watch this video. I'm sorry.
First quarter GDP numbers just out today. Core GDP. Now we're removing distortions from imports, inventories, and government spending. Was up plus 3%. But this is Biden's economy because we took over on January 20th.
Yeah, if you take out all of the bad numbers, if you remove them, then it's actually up by a lot. If you take out all the negative numbers, GDP is up. Wow. But also, GDP is up. However, it's also Biden's GDP that's up. GDP is up, but that's also still that's Biden's responsibility. So thank you. Everybody say thank you, Joe Biden, for the GDP being up.
Imams, who I got to know in Michigan, I loved them. They were great, by the way. They said, we don't want to die. I said, you want to die? They said, we don't want to die. They said, what about the 38 virgins? They say, that's nonsense. We don't know anything about it. And we won the state of Michigan, Speaker, by a tremendous, and we had tremendous support. But we have Imam.
Amazing. This is unironically the Brandonization of Trump. Oh, this is funny. My wife says she hates that she knows about Ethan Klein against her will, and she wants me to stop posting about him because he clearly needs help. It's not funny. There's something so funny about Izzy knowing who Ethan Klein is. We talked about Trump announcing Waltz. The Wall Street Journal, Tesla's board began the process to replace Elon Musk as CEO. This is fake news, right? Oh, yeah, I saw this already. No, Bernie. It's not the 99% against the 1% because nearly half the 99% are fascist. I love chairman. I love the great chairman, Bob. I love the Revcoms. Always there, baby. All right, let's see. Wall Street Journal, Tesla's board began the process to replace Elon Musk as CEO.
It's a headline that reads, Tesla board opens search for a CEO to succeed Elon Musk. When you read the story, sources are telling the Journal that Tesla's board members started reaching out to several executive search firms, initiating a formal process to replace Musk. My source joining me tonight is the Wall Street Journal's Emily Glazer, who just broke this reporting. And Emily, thanks for joining us on such breaking news. Can you just tell us what happened here and what the board of Tesla was thinking?
Absolutely. So Tesla has been going through some pain lately. It just reported earnings last week and had profits decline about 70%. And our reporting shows.
Nazar, why do you display so much Judeo-Masonic memorabilia behind you? Because I love Judeo-Bolshevism. Like, unironically. Are you new here? It is quite literally my favorite type of Judaism. Is Judeo-Bolshevism.
That around
like,
a month.
I'm not even joking. I'm being serious.
So.
I wish it was more real. I wish the shit that the Nazis were saying in terms of like Jewish mind control to basically make people communist was real, it would be so sick. So much of the problems would be solved.
Board members were reaching out to executive recruiting firms to start a formal CEO succession search process. This is a formal kind of next chapter. Obviously, companies do succession planning all the time for their next leader, but we know that this is happening as there was concern from investors about Musk spending too much time in DC, given his government role, and concern about the company really struggling lately. We also know that board members prior to earnings had an update. They gathered with Elon Musk and they said to him that we really need you to refocus on Tesla and we need you to say it publicly. And he did not push back.
That's pretty remarkable, given we saw him come out and say he'd step away from the Doge effort. And part of your reporting that stood out to me is where you said that some Tesla employees said the first time they had heard from him in months was at an all-hands meeting that they had in March, where you report, if you read the news, he said, it quote, "It feels like Armageddon. I can't walk past a TV without seeing a Tesla on fire. These are times when there are rocky moments, a little bit of stormy weather, but I'm here to tell you that the future is bright and exciting. What I'm saying is, quote, hang on."
Bombshell. Per the New York Post, Mohsen Mahdawi allegedly told a gun shop owner, "I like to kill Jews," and claimed he used to do so in Palestine while trying to buy automatic weapons. He's been released, but is set to face an immigration judge in Louisiana. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely. No, that really happened, man. Dude, this is what I mean. Like, the CIA fucking fell off. Zionist Hasbara operations fell off. Like, why don't you just make it more manageable? If you're going to make some shit up, like, why do you make this up? Like, say something that's closer to reality that other people could be like, well, I can see that maybe. You know what I mean? That's a pretty common thing to say at the gun shop, though. Yeah, no, definitely. I'm a gun, and I heard him say it. He was probably trying to get on the gun shop owner's good side. Yeah, he was trying to get a deal. He was trying to get 25% off. Oh, that's funny. Incident in 2015 when a gun shop owner told Windsor, Vermont police officers that Mr. Mahdawi had visited a store twice, expressing an interest in learning more about the firearms and buying sniper rifle and automatic weapon, that he had considerable firearm experience and used to build modified 9mm submachine guns to kill Jews while he was in Palestine. Store owner stated that Mr. Mahdawi took photos of the store and its merchandise. The store owner gave the police the name of a fellow gun enthusiast who stated that he had a similar conversation with Mr. Mahdawi at the Precision Museum in Windsor, where the enthusiast served as a volunteer tour leader. During that conversation, Mr. Mahdawi allegedly told the gun enthusiast, "I like to kill Jews." Isn't that crazy? He was just going around telling everyone how much he likes to kill Jews. That's so wild. Oh no, my reaction to this very obviously fake, nonsensical bullshit is now going to be clipped and used against me. And people are going to be like, Hassan is laughing at the mere thought of a very clear threat against all Jews by an automatic machine gun enthusiast. The government also points to the incident in January 2019 when Mr. Mahdawi was stopped at the border and found to be carrying drugs. Did he also tell the border patrol officer, "Don't worry, officer, I'm here to kill Jews with these drugs that I'm carrying"? Is that what happened? And then they let him go. Oh no. Breaking, per the New York Post, Mohsen walked into a police station and yelled out, "I am a terrorist and a danger to everyone you've ever loved." Yeah. No, he 420 clip compilation of receipts. What is this?
Form.
Well, Sam, allow me to speak for all Jews, if I may, today.
Please.
No, but actually, I mean, that's a total mischaracterization.
What is this? What the fuck?
For Jews.
I don't know why you. What is this? Lee Harvey Oswald went around yelling about how much he loved communists. So that Stop Anti-Semitism account is so dangerous. Unironically, yeah, danger to herself maybe. What is this? Sure thing, buddy. Mohsen Madawi, I like to kill Jews. The New York Times, he wanted peace. New York Times, someone needs to be fired. You published Larry David's piece calling Trump a Nazi, but write about how someone who literally said, I like to kill Jews is a peace activist. Yeah, take him down, E.L. Jacoby. Wait, so they just immediately dismiss the prior reporting? Yes. One of the many strengths of China is their perspective. Mark Carney. Okay, stop. What? Sorry for not describing the clip, y'all. It's Ethan misrepresenting his previous statements and lying to Sam. Okay, maybe we'll watch it. How are you preparing for your interview with Ethan? Not really. Not really preparing at all. We're gonna go clip for clip. Sam already covered the facts from the most persuasive vantage point as a Jewish man himself, and he was unreceptive. As principled as you are, I just can't see tomorrow not devolving in the drama. I mean, yeah, he'll try. I'm still going to talk about Israel, Palestine. That's all I care about. To gain something from the shit show, one, it should be you bringing up the clips he used and throw the full context in his face like the dude's doing charity clip. This is your one chance to defend yourself and show clearly he's a liar. Two, explain basic things like Zionism, ethno supremacy, ghetto uprising. A lot of ignorant people will be watching. No, I know. I know. This was posted on the Labor's official Instagram account. No. We're not doing that. It's pretty horrific reading his live dono saying Sam should no longer be classed as a Jew for this and so on. Yeah. Where is this information coming from? The Mohsen Madawi, I like to kill Jews stuff. I want to know what the fuck this is. Bro, it's so funny. Anytime there is like there's like a Hasbara network, okay? New York Post, Free Press, and like sometimes if it can hit hard enough, like Jewish Insider or whatever will maybe also give a note. And if they're really, really lucky, they'll get a Fox News hit. But it's always New York Post. New York Post will just like write whatever. Apparently, they wrote an article about me after the New York Times piece as well. Happy Israel Independence Day. Yeah, suck my dick. Go clip that and say, wow, Hassan is so anti-Semitic for a very clear cut. It's coming from a Hasbro fanfic. Yeah. Here's the doc. Pages 3 and 4 literally disprove the allegations above it. Wait, what do you mean? In his reply, Mr. Mahdawi stated that in November 2015, FBI agent Mark Emmons interviewed him concerning the allegations. Mr. Mahdawi confirmed that he had visited the gun shop and the Precision Museum, but he had never discussed buying weapons or killing Jews. His purpose in visiting the gun shop was to learn whether he was required to register a shotgun his wife had given him as a present. There was no registration requirement for a gift. He went to the museum because it's located just a few blocks from where he lived, and he's interested in machines, previously studied engineering. Mr. Mahdawi states that the FBI agent was satisfied with his explanation and closed the investigation. He denies possessing illegal drugs in 2019. The domestic incident was an argument that led to no charges. Today, his ex-wife is a close friend and supporter. Wow. Seems like the FBI's in on it too. Yeah. I have it on good authority that the FBI he also told the FBI agent that he wanted to kill Jews, and the FBI agent was like, me too. And they high-fived, and that's why he let him go. At the court's request, Agent Emmons appeared at the hearing on the motion for release. The government raised concerns that questioning Mr. Emmons about his investigation could compromise national security concerns. The government agreed with Mr. Mahdawi that Mr. Emmons' investigation ended in 2015, although not closed in any official way, and that there were no charges against Mr. Mahdawi or any other unfavorable action. The government states that it has some other information that it does not share with the court. The court is satisfied that the information in the police report does not support a finding of dangerousness. If the FBI had substantiated the information, some action would have resulted. That nothing took place supports Mr. Mahdawi's description of meeting with S.A. Emmons as satisfying him that the two informants were not truthful. Wow. Wow. Look at that. How deep does this conspiracy go? Perhaps the FBI agent was also secretly in on it. Mr. Mahdawi states that after the November 2024 election, certain groups launched a deportation campaign against me and declared that they had reported me to the Trump admin so that I may be deported for my speech in support of Palestinian rights, which literally did happen. That's not even a conspiracy theory. That's a conspiracy to try and get this dude deported. The fact that the allegations were immediately disproven right after and they're still sharing that fucking screenshot. Yes, because a lot of these guys, as you all know, are fucking bad faith. I was just in a bathroom and Scott Jennings was at the next urinal. He told me he's part of Trendaragua. Crazy stuff, man. Yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard, dude, guys, I went down to Florida, okay? I went down to Florida to Palm Springs to a friend's house, okay? He kept calling it the White House of the South. I don't know what it was. It was a massive fucking gaudy-ass mansion, I think. It was like a golf club or whatever. And there I saw Donald Trump randomly. And he had tattoos on his fingers, okay? And the tattoo said MS1 and 3, clearly spelled it out. And then Donald Trump said, I actually am an active member of Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and Trendaragua, and also MS-13. But MS-13 I used to be a part of. I'm no longer a part of it, but I haven't got my tattoos lasered off. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. It's fucked up. It's true. I was the tattoo artist. It's just like, what the fuck is this? Like, I can't believe he literally precisely clipped the court document. New York Times, someone needs to be fired. Oh my God, these fucking guys, man. Dude, why is every pro-Israel guy's first note to be like, someone has to be fired for this? Someone has to be fired. Why? What is this? What is going on? Like, who told you that this is gonna happen? Like, who fucking told you that this is appropriate? Which leads me to my next point, which is kneecap. BBC UK has posted about every single sold out show that the kneecap has on different European venues on their tour being canceled every single day. I see it literally nonstop. They tweet about it more than anything else. It is so fucking crazy, dude. It is like, Israel supporters love trying to cut access to just anyone, to people, to access to a living. If they can't cut off access to food, water, and electricity, they just like try to stop you from having a fucking job. Oh my God. God damn it. It's so fucking annoying and like repulsive little freaks, dude. Constantly being like, oh, I don't agree with what you have to say. Oh, you think Palestinians are humans? Well, I guess good luck having a job in the future. This is why I got annoyed when everybody was shitting on Kneecap. Like, they're fucking very clearly being harassed and targeted by British, Scottish, English, and even some Irish politicians. And these like insane Zionist groups are like literally trying to get them, one, arrested, and two, they're trying to fucking take out all of their tour spots. Now, one might say them buckling under this pressure and saying like, oh, we don't condone, we condemn. We don't condone, we condemn is like a moment of cowardice, or even that that's not going to save them, and that they're still going to get fucking, they're still going to have all of these like sold out shows canceled. And it's true. It doesn't matter what they say. It literally doesn't matter what they say, but that still is not going to change the reality for me that they're getting ass clapped non-fucking stop as a direct consequence of going to Coachella and saying, fuck Israel, free Palestine. That's the real reason. These guys have one fucking note, okay? You say something, it scares people. They turn around and they scour through fucking tens of thousands of hours of footage, and then they find like anything they can to just be like, see? Look, they were bad guys. We should kill them. We should arrest them. We should make sure that they never have a way to make a living ever again. I'm not gonna turn around and shit on those guys, man. I'm sorry. It's just like so obvious what's going on. Any way to move the conversation away from Israel's mass starvation of children. Holy fuck. But enough about Ethan. Brother, this is an entire conversation that revolves around defending Israel's mass starvation of children.
Well, Sam, allow me to speak for all Jews, if I may, today.
Please.
No, but actually, I mean, that's a total mischaracterization, which is kind of my problem with Hassan, which we can get into if you want. We don't even have to talk about Hassan. But no. Basically, what I told him was that I was citing polling data that shows that about 70 to 80% of diaspora Jews have some kind of positive feelings towards the state of Israel. And he was disagreeing with me. And I mean, this is available by polls, readily available by Pew Research just last month, showing that, and I don't know if you agree with that or not, I can pull it up, but 72% of diaspora Jews have some type of at least positive feelings about the state of Israel.
You used to say 90%.
I was saying that fact to him, and he was saying that I was wrong. And I said, who are you to talk about this? I did not say that I only listen to Jewish people, which is a little bit of presumptuous and a little insane. To me, that seems like extremely dangerous, dehumanizing language about what could arguably be 70% of the Jewish diaspora. But it also describes 73%
so
of
that
Jews.
is not anti-Semitism. That is about
I don't know.
belief.
What do you call it when somebody's discriminating against the vast majority of a racial or religious group? What are we doing
talking
here?
about
It's
Jews.
irresponsible language.
What is this clipping, chatter?
He's tokenizing Sam when he brings him up. When he brings up like this fringe group of Jewish activists that represent like maybe 1% of the Jewish diaspora's opinion on things as like the mainstream opinion. I'm speaking for Jewish people when I say that explicitly, which he does not include, that I'm referring to actual polls, actual data that shows that like 80-90% of Jews consider this based on polling, based on data. That's what I'm talking about. You're just a fucking racist piece of shit. You're some white savior loser. If you look at polls, it says indisputably that 80-90% of Jewish diaspora support the state of Israel existing. Okay, which technically would make them all Zionists. Right. That is objective truth. It's available in data and polls everywhere. When 80 to 90% are. So it's like a clever little game they play to be openly anti-Semitic. Like, no, we hate Zionists. 90% of Jews, by the way. It's just so fucked, dude. it's just so fucked. They have this clever game where they hate Zionists, not Jewish people, but very few Jews are Zionists. Don't worry, even though again it's 90%. Easy to look up, easy to verify. People continually always lie about that without ever showing any evidence to support it.
I don't think you'll ever understand that this makes Judaism look bad. Okay, this makes Jewish people look bad. It's a false interpretation of data that ends up associating all Jews with the actions of Israel, which is an apartheid state that is doing a genocide. That's precisely the reason why Nick Fuentes and Ethan Klein are literally one in the same on this issue. Okay? I don't know why he can't comprehend this. This is unironically the same fucking shit that Nick Fuentes says. This is the same shit that Ian Carroll says. This is the same shit that Candace Owens says. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
And always ignoring the data that says otherwise. It's just sad, man. It's sad. Unless they're the most like fringe Jewish voices for peace type of activists, then they're fucking Zionist scum. Like their area of like acceptable Jewishness is like probably maybe like 0.25% of the Jews in the world. And then whatever, man.
For one, Ethan Klein claims that 90% of Jews are Zionists.
True. Factually, provably. One of the fucking...
No, it's not 90% now. Now he's backed away. He says 70% now.
Consistent lies you'll hear people like Hassan saying. They have to convince themselves that 50% of Jews are anti-Zionist because if they knew that...
No, I don't have to convince myself of that. I've also never said that. Okay? I don't know why he's just like arguing against a made-up version of me. I don't care what percentage of Jews are anti-Zionist. It's fucking ridiculous. It doesn't matter. Even if 100% of Jews were pro-Zionist, they were like, oh, I want Israel to do everything. I think Israel needs to continue doing